Global happenings today. We communicate. We analyze global news.
Hello beautiful people, welcome back to our channel. Something is definitely brewing in Rivers State, particularly in Ikwerre local government. If you check our playlist, you get to see some days back during the Armed Forces Remembrance Day, the Ikwerre local government chairman did cry out that they have barred him from entering his secretariat, insisting that there's quite a lot to do, and he made a public press release. Get to see our playlist where he listed out what he doesn't understand and why the security personnel were actually moving against him. Of course, some group of individuals came out and laid claim to the secretariat, insisting that they have taken the matter to court and the Ikwerre local government chairman should not be allowed into the secretariat. A lot of details were revealed in those videos. Get to check our playlist. But right now, something unusual is happening in Ikwerre local government. Even the likes of Hyoho, that's Chijoke Hyoho, have literally made a strong statement concerning his own local government area. Let's dive in to find out the latest press release that is bringing a lot of tension. But before we do that, kindly subscribe to our channel. According to the news, the Ikwerre local government cancelled press release. According to one Okachi Odu Esquire, who signed this press release, he said the general public and businesses operating within Ikwerre local government area are advised that payment of revenue, including tenement rates and environmental sanitation fees, should be suspended until the Supreme Court of Nigeria resolves the issue of the authentic local government chairman of Ikwerre Local Government Council. Now, any payment made contrary to this announcement will be at the owner's risk. And then this is signed by one Okachi Odo Esquire, Chief of Staff, Ikwerre Local Government Council, and Senior Special Advisor on Revenue to the Chairman, 25th day January 2025. Now, the question now is, who is this Senior Special Advisor on Revenue to the Chairman? And who is this person nullifying what RISEC have already pronounced as the chairman of Ikwerre local government area? Why are they literally coming against the chairman of Ikwerre local government area, who is in the camp of Wahala? Very quickly, Iyowo had to make a video and saying a retrospect of how this whole matter was resolved, and how there has been this up and down movement about who is, who isn't, but how the matter has been resolved just fairly recently, even if we cannot remember anything, is the fact that Justice Omotosho squashed the appeal that the former chairman, the likes of Samuel Wanosike, Chidelo, them came out insisting that the ousted out or the defected 27 lawmakers led by Martin Emeohe, they gave them an extension of 6 months, and for that reason that they are still the legitimate lawmakers, and despite the fact that there had been an election conducted already in Rivers State, and they are not even seeing salaries. The likes of Samuel Wanosike, them, but they are insisting that they are the legitimate and bona fide organ and local government chairman. For that reason, they still call them His Excellency, Executive Chairman. And now others have literally moved on, except for especially Ikwerre local government, where, as we speak now, Samuel Wanosike have started giving a lot of philanthropic movement, giving scholarships, those who want to write JAMB in Ikwerre local government and don't have the money. They are literally. My colleague is in the house. What's your take with all these new tussles? Now, we literally, from what we are gathering right now, seem to be 2 chairmen. Where is all this coming from?
Well, it's quite an unfortunate situation. What we are seeing in Rivers State is as though the people who came in before, Fubara and his local government chairman came in, it's as though it was a case of they swore an oath that they will never leave the position of chairmanship, and even their Oga, Wiki himself, has refused to leave the position of a governor. You see him still contesting as though he has nothing else to do, but will still want to control, because before you control the structure of Rivers State, both the revenue and the people, you are the governor. So, which means he's still not satisfied, sitting back and watching Rivers State being run by another person. For him, it should be him. And that's the same thing those at the local government level are also doing.
Not satisfied.
Now, Wanosike already there is a document, there is a court case which was a product of one of their most favorite judge, which has confirmed that there is no hope for them again. It has been congratized that they don't have any future as local government chairman again. Now they have already, for those who do not have an idea about this whole thing, they were in office, and at desperation they said they need an extension of time. How? It makes no sense. It should be something that you just gradually walk away. But this is what they want. So right now, what we are seeing currently is there is a tussle in terms of the area, in terms of revenue mobilization, in terms of revenue collection. They are struggling because that same situation came up in Abio, but where this guy came out and said, I'm hearing some miscreants and some persons are still going around collecting revenue on behalf of the council, and I do not know anything about them. So what he did was to set up a committee, and the committee was quite bogus. I don't know why Israel Abossi it's kind of declining. For you to do as though you're competing with these guys, you're going to stay too long in this fight. You've got to put up structure to prove to them that you are the boss here. The money is in your hand. Why are you, acting the way you are? Because number one, whatever money they are going to recover as revenue will be channeled back to the state government, which will in turn send it to the federal government, which will in turn affect how much is coming into the state as FAC money, We've seen in the case of VAT and other places, that's how it is being done. A percentage will be paid back to them at the state level, and the state level will, give some to the local government level. But if you say, let them hold down or let them stop collection of revenue because of this, come on, it's totally wrong. I feel at this point, you need to establish your hold on revenue collection in Rivers State by using the instrumentation of the police, the other security agencies. Let them understand that I am the person in charge. Present all required documents before them and said I need another person to accompany me. Any other miscreant who is going around collecting revenue in the name of any politician should be arrested and imprisoned immediately. Do your own bit, but be forceful about it, be consistent about it. Well, one of the things I realized about this group of politicians in Rivers State is that before you can put them under control, you've got to be very fierce. You've got to be very consistent about any strategic move you're taking against them. That's the only time they will hold back. One of CK is looking at chairmanship of that particular as if his blood was spilled for the invention of local government administration in Rivers State. So for that reason, I have shielded my blood. For that reason, it is still my own. So the same tactics of the Oga is what they are bringing. So if you want to deal with them, you've got to be strong. You've got to be hard. Get more people to work with you. It's not a case of trying to get all these things that we are seeing this guy do. The Abio guy is doing. Chijoke is doing. No. Most people believe that, why should an ordinary chairman have as much as 230 media? But those guys are not just media people. I believe they are not just special assistant on anything. Those guys are there to, he wants to make sure that the entirety of the place are his boys everywhere. As far as I'm paying you, you need to work. You need to get informations. You need to get what I want you guys to get. So even if it requires you bringing in as much people, especially in this phase, get them to work. Let it be, you match them, because I believe that if you get the boys to work for you, it's going to be a case of, you fight them to the point that you push them to the wall and kick them out of the local government.
But what is shocking in this whole drama is the fact that they are saying the matter is in Supreme Court. After Justice Omotosha squashed it on the ground of local standing, how? I don't get it. The Supreme Court, I thought this matter has been squashed.
Well, that is one of the things I'm saying. Unfortunately, I don't know if what's his name, Wanosike and the rest, Chidi Lloyd, had gone to the federal government. But even if they have gone to the Supreme Court, the Federal High Court, number one, or have gone to Supreme Court, number one, if you stay execution, it cannot stop the person on the seat to operate. I've never heard that there's a stay of execution or there's a stay of execution for collection of revenue. I've never heard anything because that is the crux of the main thing. Without the revenue, there's no way these guys can be paying salaries. So whatever that is going on, when the verdict comes out, we'll now sit down and revamp the system again. But for now, collection of revenue should continue. But I mean, what they are doing is a clear indication that it doesn't really have control and grip over Ikwerre local government area.
I think that's where the challenge lies. He has not been able to have a very strong grip. Can you imagine, less of one Osike is already giving, though that's actually a personal move. I started giving philanthropism, giving them free scholarship. Those who want
to remain relevant.
Yeah, those who want to write the exam, jam, and now they don't have the funds and all that. All of that is just to mop up, support for himself. Well, we'll keep giving you updates as it keeps coming out. That's where we're going to wrap it up. Let's put in that conversation. What's your take? If you ask me, I think Fubara's man should stay strong and, for goodness sake, be able to hold on to his local government. He's letting it slip out of his hands.